Hey friends, Moxy Coach here. Um, the last time I posted a video was about 10 days ago. And since then, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff around here. And obviously, not the best background going on right now, but rest assured, that's all going to get fixed soon. In the middle of a transition right now. And instead of just not doing the videos and just focus on that, I decided to just, start trying to do daily messages, whether it's an hour long, 15 minutes long. It's good for me and it's healing for me. And I'm working on a couple of different other projects that I have going on YouTube and a podcast as well. So doing a lot of things, but I really want to make this the space for people that want to find their Moxy and are like me, who have been through, a lot of trauma. Life, life in general is traumatic. Let's be real. But some of us have really experienced some crazy stuff in our lives. Trauma, loss, grief, survival, immense pain, not being heard, not feeling safe, being taken advantage of. And not that we're here to have like a victim, pity party. That's not what we're here for. What we're here for is the healing aspect of it and the sharing the love and the light and the encouragement that it can be better. And it is better. Your life is not that bad. If you've been through all of those things and you are tormented by it, or you stress out about it, or you suffer from, anxiety and different things, there are ways. I'm here to tell you there are ways that you don't need to pop a pill. And I mean, even though, hey, I have anxiety, I have ADHD, I have depression, I have all those things. Do I take my daily meds? Absolutely. To keep me level. Let's go. Let's do this. But at the same time, having the courage to do those things, get the help that we need, but then also come back and work on us. Because honestly, you guys, the last 6 months have been like the most, not the hardest, but like internally challenging for me. Me checking my confidence, me checking my self-worth. How much do I love myself? How much do I spend on myself time-wise and enrichment? I've spent many years, most of my life, giving and helping other people to the point of burnout, to the point of divorce, to the point of all of those things. And so I just want to create that safe space for us to talk about things and just really learn from each other. You have to empower the people around you. I would want to, I would love to make this a woman-only thing, but it's not about being a woman, it's about being a human. And there are so many amazing humans out there. And, I have other women power stuff going on, on another podcast or another YouTube page. But even there, we invite all walks of life because we all need it. And I don't know where I would be if I hadn't had that internal push and drive. Certain people landing in my life at certain times when I absolutely needed them and restore my faith in my faith. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but bringing those humans or angels or whoever they were back around to make sure that I was taken care of. I always knew that I would be okay. But it was always repeating the same choices just because that's what we knew what we needed to do. That's how we survived in the past. That's what our parents did. That's, I don't know if that's what their parents did. I don't think so. I've heard stories that no. They weren't making choices like that, but we got the parents that we got. We got the life, the childhood that we were served. And however you handle it is really where the magic is. We're all going to go through things. My life isn't very far from perfect, and there are so many challenges right now, but I have a smile on my face because I know it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to continue to work on the things that I need to work on. I'm doing meditation. I'm doing journaling. I'm writing. I mean, beyond the journaling, but actually writing for more of my trainings and stuff like that. And so I want to hop on here every day, have a topic. I really want to do some lives. And so I think once, not even once then, maybe I'll just do a live tomorrow. Who knows? I'm not giving any excuses for anything other than I'm doing this and we're going to do it together. So I want to have fun, and be silly and have this be a safe space for people that really do want to coach their way to their best version of themselves. Because honestly, I was definitely surviving, but I wasn't thriving until I became a life coach, and the very first client that I had was me. And I really realized how could I be encouraging? How could I do all of these things if I don't even believe that I could be there? So this is it, guys. This is my way to spread my love and my joy and my light. It's taken me some time to get the courage up, but you know what? I'm just being myself. I'll be dolled up one day and not the next day. I'm going to look like a big meatball head. I don't care. Like I'm just over trying to fit into the box that everybody wants me to fit into. And I'm just creating my whole own world. Autonomy is amazing, you guys. And yeah, the last 6 months have been really hard for me. This is the first time, let's get into it, right? Okay, so I was laid off from my job back in October of 2024. It's now March of 2025, and I still have not found a job. And not by any lack of effort from me. I mean, I've definitely been applying for jobs every week, at least 20 jobs a week. It's crazy. But what I'm finding is that it's hard out there, and there's a lot of it's the way of the world. You don't know if they're real, you don't know if they're not. It takes a lot of time, but I put in the time. I'm putting in the time. I'm looking at the websites. I'm doing all the things. But at the same time, it can be very discouraging because you are getting fed all of these leads and everything, and so I feel like I've been in that rat race. But what I've also been doing is splitting my time and really, sorry for the airplane, really working on me again. I think I spent a good 6 years making things happen and getting through COVID and the death of my brother. A lot of different things happened in the last 6 years. Beginning relationships, ending relationships, kids growing up and graduating. And I feel like almost I was standing in the middle and it's just a whirlwind, at this point, because 6 years just flew by. But it's all the moments that we had together, all the pictures that we have, the videos that we have, the laughs, the things that we just joke about all the time, and which brings us joy, because through all of that scariness and loss and the unknown and everything else, we were still able to bring, still have that joy and do the things that we needed to do to make the best of the situation. So that was a lot of fun. We've helped family members, out of situations, into situations, doing different things from across the world, from different countries, meeting, oh my gosh, I met one of my siblings. I have a podcast with her. It's like crazy, and we've been doing that for 2 years, and we didn't even know each other existed. So there's a whole story on that on my, family tree and all of that. And that's on my podcast, Dumpster Diving with Janice and Jane. I'll put the link in the comments. But you'll learn a lot about me and my coaching there too. But we focus a lot on parenting there. And my aspect on it is, I work a lot with children. I work a lot with, and let me back up. The parenting thing is amazing because my sister is amazing. She's an educator, mother. I'm a mother, coach. She's a coach. So we do a lot of the same things, and we have a ton of fun together. and we have our audience that's growing on that side. But she also does her own stuff too, with her fitness stuff and her wellness coaching. And then I am also doing my coaching, my life and business coaching, and taking this realm. But then we have our podcast together, and then I also have a podcast with my very good friend, my soul sister, Lynn's, the Dragon Queen Creations. On our YouTube page is the Green Witches Brew, and it's our little platform to do tarot readings and pull oracle cards and talk about energies and cleansings and a lot of the same stuff that we talk about now, like coaching and aspect wise. But what I'm focusing on and what I really want to be here for this collective is for self-healing, really looking inward, taking a deep look into that mirror. Where was I? How did I show up? Where did I come from? What's my purpose? What are my core values? What's most important to me? How can I show up better? What does it look like when I show up better? What could it look like if I changed what I'm doing? So really, this collective and this platform is really for the person that wants to do that self-work. And we're going to do little things. I'm going to do little exercises with you guys. We'll go on live. We'll answer questions, be able to do all of those things. But that's where I'm really going to connect with my coaching collective and really talk about just being normal people, whether you're whatever role you play in your life, or roles, because we all play different roles in our lives. Whatever roles you play in your life, you want to show up as the best version of you in those roles, and you really want to make that effort and you want to push forward. Come along for the ride. We're going to be talking about some different stuff. This is really just more of an introduction, for the people that don't know who I am, Moxy Coach. I also go by Jane, but, Moxy's just really, really like sticking with me. And I feel like my spirit world is really telling me that I need to go with Moxy. That's what my gut tells me. Every time I call myself Moxy, it's like fun. And that's what I am, is fun. So anyways, I think I'm going to go with Moxy. I think we're going to stick with that. So it's just Moxy Coach. There's no Jane here. I can be Jane on Janice and Jane, Dumpster Diving with Janice and Jane, but here I'm Moxy, and on the Witch's Green Brew, definitely Moxy over there too. So that's my authentic true self. You never know. I might change it legally. Maybe. That'd be fun. Moxy Doxy? What? Who doesn't want that name? Who doesn't want that name? I definitely want that name. Anyways, I'm being silly now. So, yeah, I think that's it for right now, you guys. Like, I just wanted to do a little short and just introduce myself to the people that don't know me. And then stay tuned. I'm going to be plopping some videos on here. I might be wearing the same shit. Might do a couple videos in one day. Might be something different. You never know what you're going to get. You never know where I'm going to be. How about that? How about that? So, let's do this. Let's travel together. Let's learn together. Let's love ourselves together. And become a very self-loving, light and love, all those, the soft words, la la la. Yeah, we're going to do that too, but we're also going to curse while we do it. And we're also going to talk about hard shit. Yeah, we're going to talk about hard shit. We're, trigger warning. You know what? Let me take a second for that. And I'm feeling it in my chest, so I need to talk about it. Know that this is your trigger warning, and I'll put it in the description. Maybe I just need to do some captions on this and cut and paste. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. We'll get it on there. Trigger warning. We're going to be talking about physical, mental abuse, sexual abuse, actions of others, our own actions, things that we've done. And this is a place where there's going to be no judgment, because this is where we're coming to heal, and we're coming to talk about it. We're coming to really share and laugh together, because some of this stuff is crazy. You can't make this shit up, you guys. I have plenty of stories from my childhood and even my fucking adult life that are crazy. And people are like, how are you still alive? I'm like, I don't know. But you know what? I do know. It was my time. And there's probably now I would say there's 5 times in my life where I was like, one little thing, I'm out. One little mistake, one little somebody doesn't agree to help or whatever, like, I was done 5 times in my life. Crazy. It's so crazy. But I've always come out of it. So you know what? Hey, whatever that is, people call it luck. I call it not my time. And my angels were looking out for me. So that's all I know right now. But we're going to share those stories. We're going to talk about topical things too, and how they come up and how they affect our world, and our children's world. But what I do know is that I do a lot of work with young children, you know, teenagers, young adults, even kids, you know, the younger kids, grade school. And we can teach them all we want, and these amazing, great things and exercises that we do and stuff like that. But what I do know is if we don't focus on the adults that are raising these children, the effectiveness is not going to be there. We have to work on us too. It's not the kids that need to adjust. It's not the youth that needs to adjust. It's not the new generation that needs to adjust. We, as the adults, have to change with the world too. And yes, there are plenty of lessons that we've learned and we know and we shove down other people's throats. But guess what? Change is the only thing that's constant. Change is the only thing that's going to continue past us. So we're the ones, if we want to stick around and if we want to evolve with the change, we need to slow down, we need to listen, and we need to take a little look within to see where maybe those answers, those reactive answers, those emotional answers, or ways that we want to shut other people down because no, that's not the way we've done it. Guess what? It's time for us to be quiet. It's time for us to listen and seek to understand and then be understood. Because that's where we as adults and as the leadership now need to really slow down, and we're the leader, but our inner child makes a lot of decisions for us. So just remember that. And this is a way to heal that inner child or that inner young adult, that inner adult. Maybe you didn't have a lot of stuff happen until later in your life, and you're just now dealing with it, or you're going through it right now. It's time to look within and show up as the best version of yourself despite what everybody else is doing, how they're handling it, because the only person that you have control over is you. So let's start there, and we'll get you all wrapped up and turned around and looking at things in a different light, looking at things in a way that will promote growth and renewed relationships and make positivity flow. We need to listen to that. All right. So we spent a couple minutes together. That's a little intro. And I've been writing some stuff down, so I have some little topics for this week. So stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk a little bit more about whatever comes up. Bye, guys.